Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, the Hood Unicorn, and it is time for us to do a interview. That's right. I've got an interview coming all the way from out of state, and I got a pretty girl too. I've got Miss Peach Mulla in the building. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yes, we about to bring her in. Is she here? Is she here? Peach, are you
Yes,
here?
I'm here. Good morning.
Hey,
Thank you for
how are
having
you,
me.
gorgeous?
How are you?
I am doing amazing. I love the red. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my favorite color, by the way.
Okay, okay. So tell everybody about yourself. Who are you and where are you calling me from? Because you ain't in Georgia. Where's you at?
I am currently in Trenton, New Jersey. I've been living here for the last 13 years. I'm originally from PA, born and raised. But I'm just a simple girl. I love my music. I always have. I rap. I sing. I'm about my family. I'm about my money. I'm real cut and dry.
Okay, okay. I love it. I love it. So with a name like Peach Mula, you automatically make me feel like you're gonna be talking about the trap, you're gonna be talking about getting that bread, you're gonna be talking about how we don't need the nigga, we get this money ourselves. Tell us a
You
little bit
know
about your
it.
music and tell us a little bit about your music and where it comes from.
Well, I have been writing since I was a kid. I grew up in the church, but that's not where my music stems from. I actually put a lot of my everyday life and what I've gone through into my music. My life was not always easy. My childhood was not easy. Me even getting to where I am right now in my life was a very, very, very tough road for everybody that really, really knows me. So I channel all of that, everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm going through. I write it down and I'll really just be hoping that people fuck with it.
I feel you. I feel you. So how long have you been with Winners?
I've known Blaze for years, but we just recently reconnected this year, and he's definitely been supporting me and putting a lot behind me. So I would say a few months now.
Okay, okay. And as an artist, what are you finding the most pleasure from? Like a lot of times some people are like they really enjoy the writing or they really enjoy being in the studio or making the visuals. For you, what is that standout, that part of the music that just really gives you those goosebumps and that feel good?
I think for me, it's always the finished project. I'm my biggest critic. So as I'm writing it, I never think that it's going to turn out how I want it to turn out. And then when it's finished and I'm getting the feedback, and I think that's the kind of high that I like to ride because it makes you feel good.
Yeah, that I definitely can understand that. Looking at the rap game right now, right? Because you know, we about to talk. We about to talk. You know what I'm saying? This ain't an interview. This is two
Oh, I'm
homegirls.
ready.
Yeah, nah, this two homegirls kicking it, and everybody else is just privy to our conversation. So we about to
Okay.
really we gonna conversate. You know what I'm saying? We gonna converse. We gonna conversate. You know.
All right, I'm ready.
So, looking at the music industry and the things that are going on in the music industry, like with the YSL, what's going on with them, the racketeering charges down here in Atlanta, how do you feel as far as music artists clicking up? Do you think this is going to be something that's going to change? That because artists know that the music industry is no longer protecting them, honestly, because the music industry isn't protecting them to say that this is
Right.
just art. You know what I mean? And they're leaving these poor guys to, you know, be at the hands of.
Themselves.
Right. Exactly. So as an artist, how do you feel about that and what are you doing to make sure that you don't get caught underneath that trap? Because they say it only take two people to be saying the same thing to be a clique and that they can go run them RICO charges. So
Yeah.
what's up?
I definitely understand that. I only deal with a very select few people. I really want to kind of stay independent. I don't even want to go into all of the extra, because that's where the headache is really when you think about it. I definitely hope that a lot of these artists start to band together, and start to protect each other because, like you said, the music industry isn't really doing anything to protect anybody right now. We got to fight for ourselves, and there's not going to be anything stronger than everybody coming together.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how much of some of the things that go on in the country is because of hip hop. NWA, they went up against the government. A lot of people don't know it, but Uncle Luke went up against the government because he was like Uncle Luke is one of the reasons, him and NWA, but they're one of the reasons why we have the explicit content on the music.
Exactly.
And so it's almost as if we're fighting this fight all over again.
Right.
NWA had the same fight. You can't take our music just because we say F the police. You can't take our music and then try to put us in jail for it. Uncle Luke on the other end was like, look, if I want to say pussy, 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 then I should be able to and do whatever I want to do. And the people who want to listen to it should be allowed to listen to it. There's a fine line between cap and real life. And is there a such thing as snitching on yourself in the game now? I mean, if the feds are able to use your music against you, isn't that technically like you snitching on yourself?
I feel like a lot of the artists probably got a little too real. As you said, it's kind of like telling on yourself. There are things that I'm willing to share, but there are obviously things that I'm not willing to share. So
Mm,
I make sure that even when I am writing a song, regardless of the feeling and what I'm putting into it, I would never put anything in my music that is going to incriminate myself.
mm,
A lot of people want to be cool and they want to be known for doing this and for doing that. And there's ways to still be able to explain yourself without giving too many details. And
mhm.
that is, I think, probably the biggest problem a lot of these artists have. Everybody wants to be bigger and badder than the next one when, I'm just trying to be real.
Yeah, yeah. And it also seems like it's mostly the men as well. It's almost
Yeah,
like women don't get in trouble for that because we not
we're
talking
smarter.
about that. Yeah, we not putting it out there that, what I'm saying, we ran up through this dude house and tied him up and then, snatched all his money out the house. We don't tell on ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We keep
Exactly.
it low key. We laugh about you and
La
Kiki at you at
vida.
the house. You know what I mean? We Kiki at the house.
They
So,
gave up the names and the people they was with, and yeah, no, you done told on everybody now. Like
and
I might and like
it's
say
so
something
weird
about okay, me and
because
such and such, but I would never include nobody's names.
exactly, because my husband is avid, keeping up with the rap game, right? Me, not so much, but my husband definitely keeps up with things. And so we'll listen to certain songs together and he'll be like, yeah, he talking about how he did this, that, and the third to him and this and that and the third. And I'll be like, how do you know this stuff? And he's like,
Right.
so it's really, I hope and I pray that we find a way to fix this because I'm not going to lie, if they are doing the things that they're talking about in their rap and they are murdering people and hurting people, then yes, there need to be some sort of consequences to their actions. But at the same time, art is art, right?
That is
As
true.
far
There's
as
a lot of artists that rap about things that they don't do. So
exactly.
you could insinuate something based off some words that somebody put together to impress millions of people, and they haven't touched the gun a day in their life. So I,
Exactly.
I really don't feel as though it's fair either way.
So, as a female artist, what do you see the next wave for female artists to be? Like we're really riding this, ultra sexy, ultra feminine, you know what I'm saying? We got the money, hot girl summer movement right now.
Not me.
Huh?
Not me.
So
Not this one.
so tell me then, what kind of wave would you like to see the women ride if it's not that wave?
I feel like women can be just as versatile as men if they put more into it. We don't only have to talk about how wet our pussy is and how many niggas we done fucked and sucked in, and how fat our ass is, and like that seems to be what everybody is talking about right now, and that's not real to me. Like, we can see that. We can hear that from other people, but we don't need you to talk about it in every song. Like, I feel like they should give something else to these kids. Even like, I got little 9-year-olds online shaking their ass to Nicki Minaj songs and other songs and stuff like that, and it's just like, we can make the choice to put out a better image. We can make the decision to write other music for those of us who actually write our music.
Mhm. So, as a writer, do you enjoy writing for yourself more or writing for other artists more? Like, do you how much is it, wonderful or a good feeling for you to hear someone else put their voice to your words, or does it irritate you? Like, nah, I was gonna kill that so much better than they was. She ain't even do it justice. Give me my song back, helpful.
I'm not gonna lie, it's always been a little bit of an irritation. My brother, Mr. Clash, shout out to him. He actually makes beats. He makes instrumentals. He's made them for me ever since I was a kid. When we lived in Philly, he would pass me off stuff when I used to just write a cappella. And he has had ex-girlfriends and other people that he's met that do music, that sing. And he's like, can you write this song for such and such? And I write it for my brother, but I was never happy about it. I write music for other people if they
I
paid
hope he
me.
gonna see this. He gonna be like, you wasn't happy? No. And please stop asking me to write for them.
So that's just me being honest. It came from my heart. It came from me. I'm really passionate about my music. I always have been. So, I don't mind doing it. Do I prefer to do it? Probably not. If I'm getting paid to do it, then I'd be okay with that. But just
So who would you
because.
want to write for? Like with the way your wordplay is, who do you feel could deliver it the way you envision it? Like who would you like to write for?
um Honestly, people that probably would never need me to write for them. Like, I was always inspired by Eminem growing up. I like Lauryn Hill growing up.
Oh,
I
wait,
like
wait, wait,
Mary
wait,
J.
wait, 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 wait.
Blige.
You would want to write for Eminem?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
need a lot of words in a little bit of time to write for Eminem. Like Eminem, he rhyme words together that don't go together. He'll be like Dropbox and Facebook and put that in
Uh-huh.
a sentence together. You be like, wait a minute, how did you make that rhyme? Like nothing rhymes with orange, but he was like, you're
But he made it
between
work.
me. Yeah, like his wordplay is very eloquent to
Very
want
much.
to write for Eminem. That's like I would never want to write for Twister or Eminem. I don't know that many words that fast.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's people that would never need me to write for them, but those
Right.
are the people that I am inspired by. So those are the people that I would want to, do music with, or I would want to see rap in one of my songs or sing in one of my songs. Not one of these hot girls.
Really? Okay, I can't wait to play this game then because I got some folks for you. I love the game that I play is called Cut Collab Concert, and we'll be playing that shortly. And I
Okay.
love this game because it really gives you a chance to get into a person's head and see exactly where their mind works at just by, what they put where. You know what I'm saying? So when we get a
Okay.
chance to play that game, you're gonna absolutely love the 3 picks that I got.
All right.
But I've got some more questions for
I'm
you. So
ready.
I'm saying let's do this a little bit more. How much has Philly influenced your music? Like what is it that you bring from Philly and what is it that Trenton provides that makes Peach Moolah Peach Moolah?
I guess I would say when I lived in Philly, I was a little less sheltered. My parents were separated. My mom worked a lot, so my brother kind of was like in charge. But my brother worked a lot, so we kind of were like in charge of ourselves. And that's kind of when I got to not necessarily live my own life, but do a little more and experience a little more, and just schooling out there, my friends, things that I did and people that I hung out with, it definitely started to affect my music a lot. I actually never really performed my music in front of people until I was living out in Philly because I'm originally from Morrisville, PA.
Okay.
We moved to Philly later on. So it just took me a while. I was really shy. I wasn't really into, letting people hear my craft. I didn't think I was good. Like there was just so many things behind it. And I met people out there who kind of made me open up and feel more comfortable with my music. And they were just impressed by, what I was putting together at such a young age. And they would try to get me to rap for their friends. And that kind of fueled a lot of the confidence that I had by the time I had moved to Trenton. It was a lot harder for me to make friends out here because I was already an adult. I'm already fully grown, but I do have a lot of people that I fuck with that are solid in my life and Trenton.
So why is it that so many creative people are shy? Because people laugh at me all the time when I be like, "I'm shy." And they be like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, people who know me know I'm shy. The thing is, when business has to be done, I can put that to the side and do what I got to do. Like close up this sphincter and let's go. You know what I'm saying? So what is it about us creative people? And I'm gonna add me into it because I'm
add you into it. You're amazing.
what is it about us creative people that internally or naturally or personality wise, we tend to be the most introverted people, but we have the most to give out to people?
And I think that right there is why you just said it. We have so much to give out, and there's so many people that don't have that, who can't wait for the opportunity to take what you have. And I've had people tell me that they just want a little bit of the spark that I have, and I never know how to take that.
Those
I can't give you
my
something
friends tell me what those are called. Those are called energy vampires. You have to watch
exactly.
out for them. Yeah, yeah. I've only met like one in my life that actually said something where I was like, "Oh, you're an energy vampire." Everyone else, you're
They
just
try
looking
to
at
put
me like,
that
"Are
right
you
at
one
you,
of them?"
and that's why we're so shy, because we have to shelter that. We have to protect that. We need that for ourselves. We can't let anybody just come and take a pick at it. So I realized that a long time ago.
So talking about protection, let's talk about your team around you. So you're part of Winners Music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you get on with them?
Well, like I said, I've known Blaze for years, like years and years and years, on just like a friendship level. He
He's a
recently
wonderful guy.
came back around when he moved back from Florida. That's when we kind of rekindled and started hanging out and getting together. We actually linked up not even over music. It was over some photos. I wanted him to do a photo shoot for me. We did it. It was very successful. Then I wanted to kind of, do something for him. One hand washes the other. So I did a photo shoot for the Winners brand, and it was just as successful. And then it kind of just became like a consistent thing. We were linking up, we were doing photos. He started helping me book shows, interviews, hence views. I appreciate him for that. Shout out to Blaze and Winners Brands. And it kind of just, clicked. I appreciate him. I respect him. I trust him. I've known him for years. He doesn't ask me for anything, and there's not that many of my people in my life who don't ask me for anything. So those kind of genuine people you gotta, keep close.
So speaking of, you mentioned earlier that you would definitely want to stay an independent artist. How do you feel about some of the deals that people are signing? Everybody talks about the 360 deals. I posted on my page earlier that I had a young lady that her manager or the guy she was working with wanted her to do 100 songs and pay her 25 cents a song,
Oh, yeah.
and she didn't have any control over the music as well. As an artist, how do you protect yourself and how do you feel about, some of the deals that are put on the table?
I've seen a lot of that, and my dad has been in the music industry my entire life. He's always talked to us and told us, never sign anything. That's always been his biggest thing. Never sign anything. Recently, a lot of people have been hitting me up. I've had a few labels hitting me up, wanting me to sign stuff, and my brother is a bigger part of my life, so I always call my brother, and his whole line is always the same. On the dot line, we do not sign. I really am ready to put any and everything that I need behind myself if I have to. I have people in my life who are really ready to put everything that they have behind me. And like I said, I appreciate them. As soon as I make it, because I know I'm going to make it where I'm trying to go, every last one of them is going to be taken care of. But I'm not jumping to sign anything. I've seen a lot of artists recently, Cowboy was one of them, posting about, not being paid for songs and royalties and rights and shows, and his music being pulled from YouTube and all types of other things. Like, I follow him actively on Instagram, and I felt for him because he's an artist that I kind of dabble in. When I listen to now, I like a few of his songs and I listen to him. And that kind of made me feel some type of way because, like I said, I put all of my energy into my music. So for somebody to say they're going to take that from me, not pay me anything, like, yeah, no, that's not something that I think I would take lightly.
Yeah, listening to some of the people's situations, I was talking to one artist where they were like, we got cleared for the song, but then we did the music video and the label cut the video because we didn't get cleared for the video because the label owns the artist's image.
Yeah,
And so because they own the artist's image and likeness, they weren't allowed to do the music video without clearance. So they done spent all this money, did this music video, and can't do nothing with it. And I mean, it's
exactly.
crazy. Like, in my mind, it's almost like a regulated form of slavery because it's like, how do you own me? And my mama birthed me. Like,
Exactly. As a
you're
person.
somebody. How you
Exactly.
like, I can't take a picture
You
without
gotta watch it,
clearing
feel
it
it,
with
feel
you
it,
first. Is you
everything.
crazy? What is that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, I absolutely agree with you. Like, on no dotted line do we sign? Because what the hell? I don't know how I would react if somebody told me I don't have control over my own pictures or I can't do a
Exactly. I
video
really
when I
couldn't
want to.
take that. That's why I said take that lightly. So
Yeah.
I
It,
think
it,
we're good. I think we're gonna do what we need to do on our own as long as we have, the proper support and everything. Everybody needs support.
right.
But no, I think the music speaks for itself.
So speaking of visuals, what's going on with music videos? Can we find any music videos that you've done? Have you done any? Can you send me some? I mean, I got some music, but can I get some I'm a visual person. I like to see you. Yeah.
So we just actually shot the video for Money in the Bag. It just needs a few touch-ups, but it should be done and ready by next week. You will be the first person to receive it. And then yes,
Exclusives.
we're gonna put it out there on YouTube. My music is on all major platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, all that. It's just, like I said, taking the time to get those visuals together. I've been so stuck on writing new music and recording new music. It's like, girl, you got to do the videos too.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that we're working on.
Yeah, yeah. So, how do you feel that TikTok influences the music business right now? Do you try to use any influencers? I know that's the new game, to get influencers to do dances to your music, or you know what I'm saying, to get people to do reels to your music, different things like that. How do you feel about TikTok being as influential on the music game as it is right now?
I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely like an old school kind of person. So I just recently got into TikTok maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I don't feel bad then because I only post on TikTok once a month.
maybe a month. I'm not really sure, but I know it's recent. I'm still learning how to use it. My son doesn't even use TikTok, and he's 12, so
You
I
need the
can't even
baby
get
how to
you
do it.
know.
Them transitions be killing me. I don't know how they I don't know how they you be say I seen one where the girl was standing there looking, talking to herself, and then the self of herself was changing clothes. And I was like, how she do that? That's 4 days worth of
Exactly.
editing. I
There's
can't
just
do that. And then
so
you
much
just
to
be dropping this
understand.
shit.
So yeah, no, I haven't figured that out yet. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Give me like a month or two, and then
You
I'll be
you
right
teach
there with
me.
them.
You teach me. Cause I don't know. You teach me, okay?
I got you. As soon as I learn, I'm gonna call you. We gonna do some videos together because it's a work. I'm a work in progress. We gonna learn together.
Now, with that being said, how does it feel learning on the job? Because obviously, that's what we have to do as independent. I mean, if I'm really honest with it, I'm an independent radio show, you know what I'm saying? On
Right.
an independent network. So all of my bumps and bruises, I've taken them myself. With
Right.
yourself being an independent artist, what kind of obstacles have you run into? What kind of bumps and bruises have you had to get up from and say, it's okay, I'm gonna dust myself off and I'm gonna keep it moving?
Well, things don't always pan out like you want them to. This was actually our second time reshooting the Money in the Bag video because it actually did not work out the first time. We were super excited about it. It just couldn't come together how we needed it to come together. It was a disappointment, but I got over it. Even the show that I had recently in Atlantic City performing, I had a lot of people that were supposed to come out and support me. It was my first time getting on the stage. I was really, really shy. I was really, really nervous. And, a lot of those people that I thought were going to have my back did not have my back. And I still had to put a smile on, put my game face on, get on stage and do what I needed to do. Like, I couldn't cry about it. There's always times where either studio time doesn't fall through or doesn't pan out or whatever. I couldn't get an outfit that I needed specifically for a photo shoot because I didn't have the money. There's always something that goes wrong. But like I said, you got to put your big boy pants on and still do what you got to do.
So what would you tell to any new artist trying to come up in the game who wanted to follow in the same footsteps as you? How would you tell them to take the same road?
I'm going to tell them that if you're passionate about it and it's something that you love, don't make the mistake that I did, being shy and being reserved and not believing in yourself, before at a younger age. I'm 31 years old now and I'm deciding to start pushing myself and start pushing my music and pursuing everything that I'm passionate about. But I've always had this passion. I've always had this energy. I've always had this talent. And I could have been a lot further, long time ago if I just would have done more, if I just would have believed in myself more. So just believe in yourself. You got it.
As an artist, do you feel as though there needs to be I don't want to use the word give up, but just a point where you're like, okay, you know what, I've maxed out on this. So like, the thing is almost like treating artists, rappers and singers like athletes, like athletes have a certain amount of time and then, your body really can't do it no more. You too old. Do you feel as though that's the same
Right.
with artists, that they can get too old? Is there a too old to start? Like, do you think we'll ever have a gray haired rapper or a great, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different with singers because you got the Isley brothers, and you know what I'm saying, you got, you Mary J. Blige gonna be singing, she gonna be doing this when she's
Mm-hmm.
80, you know what I'm saying? I still go to a Mary J. Blige concert when she 80. Hey Mary. You know
I
what I'm
know
saying?
that's right. Well,
But
I sing too, so if that's the case, I would just transition from rapping to singing if it takes that. But I really don't feel like there's an age cap on music. You're constantly learning. Your brain is constantly developing. The older you get, the more wisdom you have, the more you have to offer. So if your music is still fire at 80 years old, I'm fucking with it. I don't really care about your age.
that's what's
So
up.
maybe you won't be performing, but as far as you still
From the
releasing
wheelchair,
music, I don't really see what's
you
wrong
gonna,
with that.
you gonna roll up on stage.
You might be in the wheelchair, but you making it happen and you still making money. No, I feel like there is no limit on greatness.
All right. I love that. I love that. Y'all hear that? There's no limit on greatness. All right. So, what we're about to do right now is we're going to go ahead and play a game. I have a game called Cut, Collab, Concert. I made it up. So, if you hear anybody else say it, you need to come get me. Okay. Because I haven't trademarked it yet, but I
I
will.
got you.
I will pop these out, okay? Like straight like Menace to Menace. I will shoot you in your knees, okay? Because
I know that's right.
anything center mass is attempted murder, and I'm not doing that. So knees. I'm talking
Kneecap.
about kneecaps all the way
That's
down.
all
Okay.
right.
So this is how the game works, okay? I'm gonna show you three different artists, and you have to decide, would you cut their entire catalog, meaning None of their music ever existed. You never heard a from them ever. Okay. Would you collab with them
Okay.
with a mixtape, a song, an album, or whatever? Like, would you make music with them? Or would you absolutely want to be front row, fanned out, like, oh my God, this is my favorite person in the world. I know all the music. All I want to do is sit up here and sing my ass off. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we got the top three. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We've got Cardi B, Big Lotto, and Nicki Minaj. Who would
Oh
you
my,
cut, collab, and concert with?
really? All right. So Nicki Minaj would have to be cut.
Okay, why?
Um, because I never really fucked with her music. Even growing up, my little sister was always a really big Nicki Minaj fan. She used to always play her music, and I just never got into it. It's nothing against Nicki; she's beautiful, all of that. It's just not for me.
All right. So who would you collab with?
I would probably do the collab with Lotto.
Okay. Okay. And why Big Lotto?
Because I actually do like her music.
Okay.
She has a really good fan base right now, and you know that would help me out right now too.
Hey. And so that means you gonna be at the concert with Cardi.
Exactly.
Hey.
And I don't even fuck with Cardi B's music like that. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Really, that's being honest. But she has a different fan base and a different demographic, and I want to appeal to everybody. There's a lot of people that really fuck with Cardi B's music, and you know, just her whole image. So, you know, like people say to me, if I could take a little bit of that energy, why wouldn't I? Yes, let's do a concert,
Right,
sweetheart.
right. I like that. I like that. Now you see why this game really gets us to peek into your brain, right? Right? It's a nice little like, let me see who you are. So I'm gonna give y'all mine because of course I gotta give y'all mine. So
Yes,
my
ma'am.
it's honestly mine is exactly what hers is. Cause I was talking about this with my cousin last night when I was putting it together. And so my cousin was like, you would cut Nicki Minaj? And I was like, yes. She was like, well, what about all the music with her with Young Money? And I was like, that might be the only music that I actually know anything of her songs.
Exactly.
Like, and that wasn't because of her. That was because of Lil Wayne and them.
Young
Like
Money.
them. And again, I absolutely agree with everything Peach just said. Nicki Minaj is a beautiful person. I love her as a individual, but
Individual.
I'm just not a Barbie fan. I'm not her fan base. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's just not me. Now, have I heard some of her lyrics and just the lyrics without it being Nicki Minaj, but it just being lyrics? They were hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say she's not amazing with the wordplay,
Yeah,
but
she got some bars. I just don't
right.
listen
She got bars. I'm not discrediting that. But my issue is just I'm not a fan. That's not
into
my
it.
demographic. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against her. It's just that one ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna go to well, wait a minute. I might no. I think mine is reversed just a little bit. I'm gonna go to Big Lotto's concert not because I'm a Big Lotto fan and not because I know all the music, but because I gotta be next to Cardi. Like, like if I gotta go to Big Lotto's concert so that I can be in the studio with Cardi and be her friend and know her, then that's what the hell I gotta do. Big Lotto, whatever you sing, it's amazing. Let's do it. But
I'm done.
I'm doing this. I'm going to your concert so I can meet Cardi. Let me tell you
I'm doing
something. I I remember going to Florida. We were going to Bermuda. No, the Bahamas. We were going to the Bahamas, and this was like my daughter is like 7, so she was maybe about 1, almost 2 years old. So this had to be about 6 years ago, right? When we were driving down, I kept saying to my friends, hey, y'all got to listen to this girl. Her music is so hard. And I was talking about Cardi. I don't watch reality TV. So I didn't know her from
right, right.
reality TV. I knew her from Vivo, from the Vivo videos
From
on
videos.
YouTube. Right. And I was like, y'all, this was before I had my radio show. And I was like, y'all, this girl is hard. Y'all don't see it, but I'm telling you right now, this girl gonna take over the music. And they was like, nah, that ain't even this. This was before Bodak Yellow. No, I think Bodak Yellow had came out, but it wasn't hitting. It didn't hit the charts yet. But looking like I caught
Okay.
it. That song right there, she it was a nut. Let me tell you something. I am an original Cardi fan. Okay.
You got an original Cardi fan.
I'm a I'm an original Cardi fan. So that's
I
why I would
got
have to pick it that way. But I definitely understand and absolutely agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, and I think that's something that needs to be said a little bit more in the industry too. It's almost as if people, when you say you don't like something, everybody automatically says you're a hater. And it's like,
you.
how is it that I'm a hater if it's just not
And
for me?
something is not for
Right.
me.
Like, if I don't like
It's
country
really not.
music and I don't know nothing about Garth Brooks, you don't call me a hater. But the moment I say I don't like Nicki Minaj,
Right.
all of a sudden it's some haterism there. And it's like,
I'm
no,
hating.
everybody has a platform. So when we say that, let's ask you this question before we actually get to listen to your music, right? Who do you see as your demographics? What is your fan base? Like, what's your beehive? What's your Barbies? Like, what's your, I have Codees. You know what I'm saying? Mine are boss besties and Codees. Either we doing some work or we doing some work. We about to get in some trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
who I got co-defendants and I got boss. So who is your demographic?
I honestly, I'm not gonna say I want to appeal to everyone because I tell my son all the time I don't make music for children, and I'll make sure that he knows that before I let him hear any of my songs.
FTK.
Because my son is turning 13, I don't want him to think that this is the type of music girls his age or even him should be listening to. My mom didn't play that shit. So I would prefer people 18, 45, 50, if the old heads rock with it, fuck with it, old heads. But I consider myself very versatile. I make all different types of music. I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be releasing. I'm actually going to be releasing a new song today that's different from everything
Hey.
else that I currently have on Spotify. So I really want to just have everybody have a listen, take a listen, fuck with it, see what they think, don't think. I'm open for feedback. I'm open for discussion. I'm not somebody who is going to get upset because somebody tells me that they didn't fuck with my song. But it is important to me that people do like my music because I like my music.
Exactly. And as creatives in the end, what we're trying to do is give it out to the world because God gave it to us and he told us, don't be a coward, give it out. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to give it out to the
Exactly.
world. So one more question, and then I want you to introduce this song that I'm about to play for you, okay? Um,
Okay.
if you had to move into any other demographic, right? Because right now we've been hearing, I don't know if you heard the announcer who was mad that there were so many black people at the Country Music Awards, right? And Kelly Rowland was saying, she was like, no, it wasn't Kelly, it was Monica. Monica was saying black people are all up and through country music and we about
Yes,
to
they
need to
are.
be there more. Not to mention how mad people were about Little Nas X being on the country music charts to the point where they tried to change it to pop music instead of country music, right?
Right.
So, what other genres would you like to move into that aren't necessarily on the hip hop or R&B level?
Honestly, and this is probably gonna sound like super left field, but gospel.
Really? I
I
mean,
used
what's
to
wrong with
sing
trap gospel? There's a lot of trap gospel out there. Shoot, good niggas love the Lord too.
little gospel for y'all, love to sing. So probably some gospel and maybe even some rock. I like a little rock music.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. I like that. I like that. So we have a song that we are about to play by you right now. And all I need you to do, Love Bug, is introduce it for us.
The name of this track is called Money in a Bag.
All right. We have Money in the Bag by Peach Mulla. You can find her on all platforms at Peach Mulla, right?
Yes.
All platforms? It's the
All
same thing?
platforms. Peach
All
Mulla.
platforms. And that's Mulla with 2 L's. All right. This is Money in the Bag by Peach Mulla right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. After this song is over, we're going to go to a quick break, but we will be back. So you stay in your seats, okay? Stay downloaded, stay rocked and ready because we is not done yet. We still blowing up the airwaves. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3. I'm your girl, Sunshine Rays. Oh.
Chasing cash, got the max. I don't got that bite, boy. Ain't no chasing cash, mommy got the max, Money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. You know we got them racks. Money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. Let's get it. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Count it up, ain't no doubt. I'm about to put about them bucks in a drought. That money still running up. Time to count it, that's where I ain't got enough. No accountant, I can't seem to trust them, bruh. Shit come up missing, no telling what they gon' do to ya. My niggas come through and bust, so don't screw with us. Yeah, we move too clutch, never touch a bottle, but I roll my blunt. Ain't a model, but I'm fit as fuck. We think I'm dope, but they in the cut like a rock soft in the bubble up. You ain't touching none. Talk that shit, you ain't with the blood. You don't really bang, you don't touch no guns. Say you with the gang, what you frontin' for? You a corner ball. Make you run to the store, you ain't moving work, you ain't fucking hoes. Why you hating, nigga? Pay you for shit, I'm caking, nigga. I can't blame you, boy. Money to the roof. Can see the floor, I'm the living proof. Bitches to my core, had to level up. What I do it for, so my family ain't gotta work no more. Got that money in the bag. Ain't no chasing cash. You know we got them racks. It's money in the bag. Ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. It's money in the bag. Ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks.
These niggas be tryna be like me, tryna get by me. I just survive, see it. These bitches be talking so grimy. I just sit back, please don't try me. And if you try me, know that I can get just as grimy. Niggas get scared, they bitch fall back when they see that I got a little smile in me. And when they fall back, they think I got to call for that. They see my money long, my money strong. That shit talk more stacks. So if you talking more racks, you hear that shit go click clack. And if you speaking money language, know that you gon' get that. Cause I'm about my business and I say it with position. Have these bitches out here tripping, cause my money out here giving vaccine to these bitches, cause they think they can't be slipping. Got their heart pumping now, cause they see I'm out here flipping. And if you got me tripping, know that it was all you. Money long, money strong, pretty much is all blue. So if you got me tripping, just know that it was all you. My money long, my money strong, I told you bitches all blue.
Money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. You know we got them racks. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah.